I take refuge in the three rare sublime ones, and become Buddha to benefit my transmigratory beings. I take refuge in the three rare sublime ones, and become Buddha to benefit transmigratory beings. I take refuge in the three rare sublime ones, and become Buddha to benefit transmigratory beings. I arise as the deity. On my tongue, the syllable A transforms into a moon. On top of it appears a white syllable Om, encircled by the right Sanskrit vowels, standing clockwise. The red Sanskrit consonants sitting counterclockwise, and the blue dependent heart mantra dependent of the relation sitting clockwise. Light rays radiate from the syllable Om, the mantra garland, looking back the blessings and power of both mundane and supermundane speech, in the form of the three mantras, seven sublime or precious objects of a king's reign, the auspicious signs. Om A A I U Rivi Lelo Ama Zuham. Om A A I U Rivi Lelo Ama Zuham. Om A A I U Rivi Lelo Ama Zuham. Kakakakanga da da nina da 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 na na ba 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 ma ye ba la ba je zak da 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 Zuham. Kakakakanga da 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 nina da 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 na da 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 na ba 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 ma ye ba la ba je zak da da Zuham. Kakakakanga da 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 nina da 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 na na da 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 na ba 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 ma ye ba la ba je zak da Zuham. Om Yadama Heda Barbaba Heda Zirkadavada is an I near Deva Manimashmanai Zoham. Om Yadama Heda Barbaba Heda Zirkadavada is an I near Deva Manimashmanai Zoham. Om Yadama Heda Barbaba Heda Zirkadavada is an I near Deva Manimashmanai Zoham. The heart mantra of dependent relation absorbs into the consonants into the vowels into the syllable Om and the Om into the moon cushion. That transforms into a syllable Ah. Melts into pink nectar and absorbs into my tongue. Becomes the nature of Vajra. May my tongue have the power of all the courage of the one's gun of bliss. The power of my glorified words. May all the sentiments be subdued. May all the meanings of whatever words I say be accomplished instantly. Nama 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 nidira gada gaga naga nam lagada gada nandiranan. Ombo bari tsari ni tsari more gada tsari more soham. Nama 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 nidira gada gaga naga nam nidira gada gada nandiranan. Ombo bari tsari ni tsari more gada tsari more soham. Nama 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 nidira gada gaga naga nam nidira gada nandiranan. Ombo bari tsari ni tsari more gada tsari more soham. Om here days of what I take a very dagger with all the Gabe. And I wish I could drive from the what I take a many Shika with the Saturday so. Om here days of what I take a very dagger with all the Gabe. And I wish I could drive from the what I take a many Shika with the Saturday so. Om here days of what I take a very dagger with all the Gabe. And I wish I could drive from the what I take a many Shika with the Saturday so. Patients of President Galbala Chuck Zolo. I don't know the number of the next one. Banud Bawai Zuhan. 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 Zavata Gada Kaya Bhagjita Bhadrabana Mina Zavata Gada Bada Bada Bandanam Gurumi. Offering myself totally at all times to all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas abiding the 10 directions, purely from the essence of enlightenment, I request the Buddhas and great Bodhisattvas to accept me, get me the unsurpassed attainment. I go for refuge in I am enlightened to the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Supreme Assembly. My collections of generosity and so forth have become a Buddha to benefit all migrating beings. I go for refuge in I am enlightened to the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Supreme Assembly. My collections of generosity and so forth have become a Buddha to benefit all migrating beings. I go for refuge in I am enlightened to the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Supreme Assembly. My collections of generosity and so forth have become a Buddha to benefit all migrating beings. The thought desiring to liberate migrating beings, I always go for refuge to the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha until the heart of enlightenment is achieved. Perseverance, acting the wisdom, compassion, and loving kindness for the presence of the Buddhas to the benefit of sentient beings, and the thought of enlightenment. Thought desiring to liberate migrating beings, I always go for refuge to the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha till the heart of enlightenment is achieved. Perseverance, acting with wisdom, compassion, and loving kindness in the presence of the Buddhas, the benefit of sentient beings and to the thought of enlightenment. Without desiring to liberate migrating beings, I always go for refuge to the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, till the heart of enlightenment is achieved. Perseverance, acting with wisdom, compassion, and loving kindness in the presence of the Buddhas, the benefit of sentient beings and to the thought of enlightenment. I go for refuge to the enlightenment of the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. I shall generate bodhicitta for the sake of achieving the welfare of myself and others. O Buddhas and Bodhisattvas residing in the 10 directions, please listen. For the sake of achieving complete enlightenment, from now on I shall generate bodhicitta. I go for refuge in enlightenment of the Buddha, Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. I shall generate the lake of achieving the welfare of myself and others. O Buddhas and Bodhisattvas residing in the 10 directions, please listen. For the sake of achieving complete enlightenment, from now on I shall generate bodhicitta. I go for refuge in enlightenment of the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. I shall generate bodhicitta for the sake of achieving the welfare of myself and others. O Buddhas and Bodhisattvas residing in the 10 directions, please listen. For the sake of achieving complete enlightenment, from now on I shall generate bodhicitta. If worm of the ground be pure, be the roughness of pebbles and so forth. It be in the nature of sapphire and as smooth as the palm of one's hand. The human and divine offering is actually arranged and mentally created. Clouds of finest Samandabha offerings fill the entire space. Om Namo Bhagavate Darajanam Bhavate Gadaya Exambudayam Edom Vanavare Mahavare Madi Devare Madi Devare Mahavare Devare Amare Manamana Gamana Vare Zavagama Vedavare Zoham Om Namo Bhagavate Darajanam Bhavate Gadaya Exambudayam Edom Vanavare Mahavare Madi Devare Madi Devare Mahavare Devare Mahavare Madi Gamana Vare Zavagama Vedavare Zoham Bhagavate Darajanam Bhavate Gadaya Exambudayam Ayada home whatever ma vare ma de vare ma de vare ma vare de vare ma vare ma de mara vare Gama vare ne jana ne so By the power of truth, the three are sublime ones, the blessings of all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, Pure wealth are completed two collections of the pure phenomena being pure and inconceivable. It is clouds of offerings arising through transformation by the Bodhisattvas, Aryas, and Bhadabhadra, Manushri, and so forth. Unimaginable and inexhaustible equal in the sky arise, even the presence of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the 10 directions to be received. Om Namo Manjushri Namastu Shri Mahutama Shri Soham. Om Namo Manjushri Namastu Shri Mahutama Shri Soham. Om Namo Manjushri Namastu Shri Mahutama Shri Soham. To the founder Bhagavan Hara Vegrahat, Buddhist Buddha, brothers, Kunkur Shaki Buddha, I prostrate. To the founder Bhagavan Hara Vegrahat, Buddha, brothers, Kunkur Shaki Buddha, I prostrate. To the founder Bhagavan Hara Vegrahat, Buddhist Buddha, glorious Kunkur Shaki Buddha, I prostrate. Reverently I prostrate with my body, speech, and mind. I present clouds of every type of offering actually and imagined. I declare all my negative actions and downfalls accumulated as these beginningless times. I rejoice in the virtue of all Aryas and ordinary beings. Please humanity end the cycle of resistance, and the wheel of Dharma for my guiding beings. I dedicate my own and others' virtues to the great enlightenment. Jingambu hojo hom and me hom and the baji hom and the hom jidari go yogi go we hozu Liga bari ram jol babo lo zambule lo balanjo jandrami Vidale Bangaya Dangaya Jen Yoden Dan Lantujo Raminian Dan Raminian Gida Rinpo Rewo Azangi Jing Dojo Iba Mamo Bai Lodo Bolo Rinpo Nobo Rinpo Lumbo Rinpo Lumbo Rinpo Lambo Rinpo Dajo Rinpo Mamba Rinpoche, Dejimboyi Bomba, Madre Mama, Luma Dharma, Medama, Dubama, Namzuma, Ima Dawa in Bujed, Number Gewigyazen, Uzularami, Bedre Bunzum Zobama Zawa, Adani Dino, Wadida Dinjin Zawarangi Barji, Bebel Lamada Bananda. Hadiyam Bhaju Tuje Jambola Zoboran Jebanam Lashingam Buagyo Ude Droedum Deje Zozo Jene Danda Zudroa Mange Namge Taranyambe Dendam Jela Duze Wajimugoni Jingila Duzo Zaji Burgi Jogi Meidum Ramri Rabli Nidegen Badin Langejingum I must achieve the precious state of complete Buddhahood for the sake of all mother sentient beings equal to space. Therefore, I shall take the mind of restoring, purifying ordination until practice well until sunrise tomorrow. For 10 billion aeons equaling the number of grains of sand in the Pacific Ocean, one offers umbrellas, flags, garlands of light offerings, for food and drink with a calm mind. If one offers service to 100 billion times 10 billion Buddhas, when the holy Dharma has become extremely rare and the teachings of the one God of bliss have stopped, the merit of somebody who is enjoying living in one vow for one day or night is particularly more exalted, having made all these offerings. All Buddhas and Bodhisattvas dwelling in the 10 directions, please pay attention to me. This is the previous Tathagata heart of the Advaita Buddhas who, like the divine wise horse and an elephant, did what had to be done, formed actions, laid down the burdens, such as we attain their own welfare. We exhausted the fetters to existence that had perfect speech, well-liberated minds, and well-liberated wisdom. Welfare of all sentient beings, in order to benefit and to liberate, to eliminate famine, to eliminate war, to harm the four elements, to eliminate sickness, and to live the religion practice, of the of enlightenment, to actualize the unsurpassed to perfect complete enlightenment, perfectly form the storing and purifying of a nation. Similarly, also my home comes into Gadre from this time to tomorrow, welfare of all sentient beings, and the benefit of the liberate, the eliminate famine, the eliminate war, and the source of harm, the four elements, the sickness, and the complete the different practices, and many with enlightenment, and the actualize the answer disasters, all the perfect complete enlightenment, to perfectly undertake the storing and purifying ordination. All Buddhas and Bodhisattvas dwelling in the 10 directions, please pay attention to me. This is the previous Tathagata heart, who look at the Buddhas, who like the divine voice, who works in the elephant. Let it be done, formed actions, laid down the burdens. Those who could attain their own welfare could be exhausted their fetters to existence, and had perfect speech, well-liberated minds, and well-liberated wisdom. Welfare of all sentient beings, and the benefit, and the liberate, and eliminate famine, and eliminate war, and stop the harm, the four elements, and eliminate sickness, and then complete the seven practices, harmonies with enlightenment, and to actualize the unsuppressed thought to perfect complete enlightenment, for physically perform the storing and purifying in a nation. Similarly, also my whom calls in the Gache from this time to sunrise tomorrow, welfare of all sentient beings, and the benefit of the liberate, and eliminate famine, and eliminate war, so how to fall and element and eliminate sickness. Metaphoric complete the seven practices harmonies with enlightenment, and to actualize the unsuppressed result of perfect complete enlightenment, once again to take destroying and purifying on a nation. All Buddhas and Bodhisattvas dwelling in the 10 directions, please pay attention to me. Just as the previous Sattva hearts perfectly Buddhas who, like the divine wise horse and the good elephant, with that to be done, formed action, laid down the burdens, substituting the woman welfare. We exhausted the fetters to existence and had perfect speech, well as better minds, and well as better wisdom, welfare of all sentient beings, and the benefit, and to liberate, and to eliminate famine, and to eliminate war, without the harm, the four elements, and eliminate sickness. Metaphorically complete the seven practices and learnings of enlightenment, and to actualize the unsuppressed result of perfectly complete enlightenment, perfectly perform the storing and purifying on the nation. Similarly, also my home called into Gachai, from this time to studies tomorrow, welfare of all sentient beings, and the benefit, and the liberate, and the eliminate famine, and the eliminate wars, with the harm, the four elements, in order to eliminate sickness, and to complete the seven practices, harmonious with enlightenment, to exercise the unsurpassed result of perfect complete enlightenment, to perfectly undertake the storing and purifying ordination. From now on, I shall not kill, I shall not steal others' possessions, I shall not engage in sexual activity, I shall not speak false words. Because many mistakes arise from intoxicants, I shall avoid intoxicants. I shall not sit on large, high, expensive beds, I shall not eat food at the wrong times. I shall not use perfumes, garlands, or ornaments. I shall avoid singing, dancing, and playing music. Just as the arhat have avoided wrong actions, such as the lives of others, so shall I avoid wrong actions, such as the lives of others. And if we attain enlightenment in the world which is experiencing the various sufferings, be released from the ocean of cycle of existence. Namo Gajila Zambara Bara Bara Majuda Zana Baba Bibu Jida Buddha Dara Dara Zamanda Avalugide Humbe Zua Namo Gajila Zambara Bara Bara Majuda Zana Baba Bibu Jida Buddha Dara Dara Zamanda Avalugide Umbezoa Wamamo Gajila Zambara Bara Bara Mahajid Radababa Vibushid Udadara Dara Zamanda Avalagide Umbezoa. Vijala Zambara Bara Bara Mahajuru Zara Vibujina Madarara Zamanda They maintain faultless morality, the Dharma rules, and immaculate morality. And complete the perfection of moral conduct by keeping morality purely, imitated by pride. May the precious mind of supreme good Ashita as it enters and rise and grow. That has and generous diminish but increase more and more. Because of the merit to taking the ordination and keeping the precepts, and all said and being achieved, the two enlightened holy bodies created by the two vast accumulations of merit and transcendental wisdom. May all beings everywhere plagued by sufferings of body and mind, and the addition of no joy but virtue from their merits. May no living creature suffer, commit evil, or ever fall ill. May one be afraid of little, the mind dead down with depression. The blind see forms that have fierce sounds. Notice bodies that worn with toil be restored and find in repose. And the naked find hunger that food, strength and boosted drinks. The poor find wealth, the sick and far find joy. The forlorn find hope, confidence, and spread prosperity. And there be divinely rented bountiful harvest. May all medicines be effective and all some prayers bear fruit. May all who are sick and ill quickly be freed from their ailments. Whatever it is there are in the world, may they never occur again. The frightened cease to be afraid, and those bound be freed. The powerless find power, and people benefiting each other. As long as space remains, so as long as sentient beings remain, then may add to remain to dispel the miseries of the world. Lama Kyan, Lama Kyan, Lama Kyan. Zonggiren Yi Deni Jindren Lama Yi Rang Yin Dadu Lama Jugi Ula Line Zoad Zo Niji Vado Gundu Drame Zo Zui Yeje Gilme Ranang Gilwayan Ladunden Dini Jendren Lama Gengi Juli Dadu Lama Lonju Zoborning Zoad Liji Vado Gundu Drame Zozong Jinye du Jegam Jina Zodu Beirogan Yini Dendren Lama Longju Zogunam Gyur Lama Druve Bula Ine Zoad Zo Niji Vado Gando Ramene Zongi Wuzum Yeme Robala Me Zogdo Jawa Dini Dendren Lama Ingi Mawo Jingni Uzum Yeme Lama Ningne Zoad Zo Niji Bado Gando Dame Zo Niram Jidu Rabjam Bungyala Meramim Lamani Leidan Lobzu Meben Niram Gundu Lamani Nezoadzo Dijibado Gondor Amezo Zunging Zange Gange Jizo Zange Gandula Ning Nä Zo Jivadu Gandura Meide Zolungji Gyogen Genzenu Berazulamayawen Majorik Zongunyan Nelamanien Izunin Nulamaning Nezuan Zu Nijibadun Nurameni Zunji Rigyaring Arik Zunin Yedroyanama Digum Bandura Begyadan Igalamam Namaringun Nabuning Nezuan Zu Jijibadun Andura Meni Zunjim Zangidurangidun Bolamam Jijogam Zungunun Nelamaniyam Yam Gonduyalamaning Nezuan Zangirun Giram Zulamin Amayaning Ziwin Zuzin Zuzan Yamanrenum Zangirun Gibam Begazen Yam Dadalam Manolam Zanin Zuzan Yamarenum Nigadun Jinin Zangenyen Giduranga Manoning Bolendo Zanyamarenum Zoboji Wedi Jenrangi Dodo Badnen Jidadu Mengang Zuzangilamarenum Zendi Bonzoganandandalo Borderland Jiburu Wengang Zuzangilamarenum Jirunya Weminaraludembalungen Zulame Bengang Zuzangilamarenum Geljidani Zuze Gonjudik Membem Dünyanın sunya Zuzangilamarenum Zumandun Drugune Indomidugyangen Naran Dunya Zuzangilamarenum Yamdagin Zunidirdanalung Lan Yewen Nilegyo Begazizangilamarenum Ganalegin Yamajizing Dawedukdo Dijin Laglenden Zuzangilamarenum Nomezi Khan De Gao Gun Gi Dong Bung Delay the way of Jizam Yang Aman Renu Jirun Zizalan Duga Gyan Yan Tham Gyan Virgin Wang Ang Guzam Yang Aman Renu Nijilam Zuzum Zarim Nizamon Yam Yam Zumegulang Yewarlam Edingilam Judang Edum Zambeda Bezin Zazin Zun Zejiru Glazum Barjingilam Urgun Rani Dibudu Waylak Zamgurgi Rinjendon Duazin Jordan Barjingi Labzi Labzingil Zijube Badadru Baining Do Gilwa Getsuji Soju Barjingi Labzi Don dan den dronan dan ji dro ji do der way. Da drill away on zed o barden gilom ji. Ji ye ge je badu gundu lam du gir way. Min je nyam nyan yu du ge warden gilom ji. Zemo mardi mega jirobam. Yumela buni dura wanin gilobzi. Zun zun babu ben yume rang zel zin bam. Niluron nilamadu wajin gilobzi. Nidru bazibede jendru gulandu. Randala mezang zori dorin gilobzi. Donadan jen baduni ura mejukne. Baje bu yizin bazi wejin gilobzi. In space like Dharma 100,000 clouds gathered with water of compassion driven by grinding a rain of cities to benefit all beings whose skillful Padam Pani I make to the Gelom Apam who's gone to supreme freedom, Chandra Kumara, master of the five. To Arya Yesh's song, strong effort, faith, and patience, to these three friends, beings I make to Penya of Nepal. Supreme among scholars, Dawa Gyatsen, emanation of Jinri, to Nibo Jugi draw, whose mastered realization to these great Bodhi, Sattvas I make request. Incarnate Dorje Gilbert, Bodhisattva with relics, O great and humble, scholars on Tundraji, compassionate John Jubin, whose breath moralities and illuminators of the path I request. Devajin who was attained countless concentrations to John Juba, Uziza Gazenida, Yeshebon who possesses a treasury of virtues, do you fulfill wishes I make request. To Maison who obtain power of Bodhicitta, fill my Treya's manifestation. To Zultrum who protect migrators with compassion, do you work for others I make request. To you, Yonten Rinchen, holy leader of beings, Wang Zhu, who has mastered Buddha's teaching. To Gyalju Bel, who guides countless embodied beings, to you, living the doctrine I make request. To Wenzaba, the hero, who mastered all the hardships, to Zang Yeshe, who fulfills all our hopes. Lozang Chugen, who sees all the objects of knowledge, do these three holy saviors I make request. To Damzi Dorje with all supreme realization, Lozang Yeshe, Lord over all of them. To Dunya Kedruje, who clarifies the whole path to the essence of the doctrine I make request. To Ngawang Chuk Den Win, the wisdom of the five nostrils on Genzu, seven Bali Long, teaching the doctrine of this good eons for Savior, you clarifying Lama I make request. Manifestation of compassion and sharp wisdom, unified in all pervading your nature, appearing as an ocean of deities and mandalas, do aspects of raising I make request. But Nabani, while you are enjoying the Buddha, you constantly protect us like your own child. As we drink the essence of the Maya's pure nectar, bless us with our leaders who only please you. Grant us to us your blessings, to renounce all samsara, to not desire joys of personal peace, to generate a supreme mind wishing to liberate all mothers that space from all their suffering. Please bless us, do not grant that ordinary appearance by holding divine pride with clear appearance of the six deities, such mantras and letters per big body, with marks, mudra, and sign. Please bless us to achieve all supreme realizations by forbearance, repetitions, concentration, and actualize the body with the yoga of the absorptions into fire and into sound. Please bless us to destroy both obscurations fully having in merits and the concentration which like space is freed from focus on true existence which grants the immaculate liberation. Please bless us to attain the radiating body of wisdom clearly, seeing all existence, to act spontaneously, to ripen and liberate each of the five classes of transmigrators. I instantaneously arise as the holy body of the Great Compassionate. Om Manda Great Om Om Sabhavashita Savadama Sabhavashita Om. The offering substances become just empty. From within emptiness, from broom syllables vast and extensive, precious vessels arise. Within each the syllable all melts into light from which arise, drinking water, water for the feet, flowers, incense, lamps, perfume, food, and music. Empty in nature of the aspect of the individual types of offerings, and function to bestow special uncontaminated bliss. Om Agama Om Padima Om Bhujbea Om Dubea Om Lalagya Om Gandhya Om Nevadia Om Shabda. I go for refuge in the Lamb, enlightened of the Buddha, the Rama, the Supreme Assembly. My collections of generosity and so forth, and become a Buddha to benefit all migrating beings. Go for refuge in the Lamb, enlightened of the Buddha, the Rama, the Supreme Assembly. My collections of generosity and so forth, and become a Buddha to benefit all migrating beings. I go for refuge in the Lamb, enlightened of the Buddha, the Rama, the Supreme Assembly. My collections of generosity and so forth, and become a Buddha to benefit all migrating beings. With the thought desiring to liberate migrating beings, I always go for refuge to the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, until the heart of enlightenment is achieved. With perseverance, acting with wisdom, compassion, and loving kindness in the presence of the Buddhas, the benefit of sentient beings and unite the thought of full enlightenment. With the thought desiring to liberate migrating beings, I always go for refuge to the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, until the heart of enlightenment is achieved. With perseverance, acting with wisdom, compassion, and loving kindness in the presence of the Buddhas, the benefit of sentient beings and unite the thought of full enlightenment. It's not desiring to liberate migrating beings, I always go for refuge to the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, till the heart of enlightenment is achieved. Perseverance, acting with wisdom, compassion, and loving kindness in the presence of the Buddhas, beneficent beings that enter the thought of enlightenment. Rays of light emanate from the bright white Hri, that rest on the moon disk at the heart of oneself, visualized as the great compassionate one. Invoking from the natural abode, Gurya Arya, great compassionate one. having the aspect of 11 faces. Surrounded by the lineage gurus, the assembly of deities of great compassionate one, and in an assembly of meditational deities, Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Dakas, and Dakins, Dharma protectors and guardians, all abiding the space before me, a wide stemmed, thousand petaled lotus. Embodying all Buddhas and holders of the Vajra, roots of the three sublime ones, to all gurus I prostrate. One never tires of seeing your Vajra body's beauty, its qualities beyond thought, to gurus' forms I prostrate. Melodious Brahma-like speech was like the mighty lion, terrifies non-believers, to guru speech I prostrate. Wisdom of bliss and voidness, like spaces free of concepts. Dwelling in triple freedom, to Guru's minds I prostrate. Sugata's Dharmakaya, UC06 rose beams. 11th head pervades all, Amitabha I prostrate. Who helps according to need, with eyes of thousand Buddhas, with arms of thousand monarchs, to Chinrizig I prostrate. Nagini Lakshmankara, Narianda Wajunu, Yeshizam Buddha Gyaltsen, on the lineage I prostrate. Chenrezig's great compassion, Manjushi's mindful knowing. Tsongkhapa, jewel of sages, Lozang Drakpa, I prostrate. Guarding with great compassion, oceans of boundless merit. Founders who are all-knowing, Tathagatas, I prostrate. That path of sublime meaning which frees us from our passions, frees us from suffering realms to Dharma's peace, I prostrate. Sugata's blinding in three trainings, showing the path of freedom. Endowed with realization, sublime Sangha, I prostrate. Put into the Shakya clan, destroyer of all evils. Formed like a golden mountain, to Shaka's king I prostrate. A refuge for the guideless, you prevent untold leader. Chief of the guides of this world, Amitayas I prostrate. Bhagavan with great compassion, you cleanse three poison sickness. Purify bad migrations, Lapis Buddha I prostrate. You with youthful appearance, adorned with lamp of wisdom, dispel darkness of three worlds, to Manjushri I prostrate. Much praised by all the Buddhas, vast merits you collected. Given the name Chenrezig, always to you I prostrate. Sengedra Hanijinor, Pamaga Don Yoshak, and to you Hala Hala, Chenrezigs I prostrate. Pagendo Jechu Wanchu, Dringon and Hari Hari. Areas of Chen directions, Chenrezigs I prostrate. Tari frees from samsara, to Tari from the eight fears. Turi frees from all disease, Mother Tara I prostrate. You scare his Mahabala, his Manchu king, your virtues. Taming all the unsubdued, Vajrapani I prostrate. Equaling all the atoms of earth and bodies prostrate. Confidence unshaking to all those worthy of praise. Homage to the useful Arya Majushri. You lions among humans of past, present, and future. In all corners of this world, with all my three doors I bow. By power of this prayer, seeing Buddhas directly, I bow to them with bodies as many as all atoms. On each atom are Buddhas as many as all atoms. Like this I have conviction that everywhere are Buddhas, claiming all these Buddhas with endless oceans of praise. Ocean-like melodious sounds I sing throughout his praises. The best of all the flowers, garlands, symbols, and ornaments, lamps, parasols, and incense I offer to the conquerors. Supreme fragrances, garments, a mirror of medicines, exquisite things well displayed I offer to the conquerors. The strong faith in good actions I prostrate to all conquerors. Offer them these offerings extensive and unsurpassed. Offering goddesses arise from the wide tree at one's heart to make offerings. Umarya Lugishvara Sabari Varagam Pradija Zuha. Umarya Lugishvara Sabari Varagam Pradija Zuha. Umarya Lugishvara Sabari Varagam Uzbe Pradija Zuha. Umarya Lugishvara Sabari Dube Pradija Zuha. Umarya Lugishvara Sabari Aluge Pradija Zuha. Umarya Lugishvara Sabari Gende Pradija Zuha. Umarya Lugishvara Sabari Nevedye Pradija Zuha. Umarya Lugishvara Sabari Saka Pradija Zuha. Whatever evil I have done with my body, speech, and mind, or under the control of attachment, hatred, and confusion, ignorance, I confess them all individually. Om Namo Manjushri Namazujri Ma Uttama Shri Soha. Om Namo Manjushri Namazujri Ma Uttama Shri Soha. Om Namo Manjushri Namazujri Mahutama Shri Soha. I did the Gayatri through at all times. Take refuge in the Guru. I take refuge in the Buddha. Take refuge in the Dharma. I take refuge in the Sangha. I did the Gayatri through at all times. Take refuge in the Buddha. Take refuge in the Dharma. I take refuge. I take refuge in the Guru. I take refuge in the Buddha. I take refuge in the Dharma. Take refuge in the Sangha. I take the Gaji through at all times, take refuge in the Guru, I take refuge in the Buddha, take refuge in the Dharma, I take refuge in the Sangha. To the founder Bhagavan Haragarata, like a Buddhist Buddha, Buddhist Monkey Shakti Muni, but I prostrate. To the Nagara, the religious German of essence, I prostrate. To the Nagara, radiant jewel, I prostrate. To the Nagara, King Murdanagas, I prostrate. To the Nagara, mid heroes, I prostrate. To the Nagara, lighted hero, I prostrate. To the Nagara, jewel fire, I prostrate. To the Nagara, jewel moonlight, I prostrate. To the Nagara, meaning for the sea, I prostrate. To the Nagara, jewel moon, I prostrate. To the Nagara, stainless one, I prostrate. To the Nagara, bestowed the courage, I prostrate. To the Nagara, pure one, I prostrate. To the Nagara, bestowed the purity, I prostrate. To the Nagara, water God I prostrate, to the good deity of the water God I prostrate, to the Tagada glorious goodness I prostrate, to the Tagada glorious sandalwood I prostrate, to the Tagada infinite splendor I prostrate, to the Tagada glorious light I prostrate, to the Tagada starless glory I prostrate, to the Tagada son of non-craving I prostrate, to the meaning for the Tagada glorious flower I prostrate, to the Tagada pure light disquill and by play I prostrate, to the Tagada lotus light disquill and by play I prostrate, to the Tagada glorious wealth I prostrate, to the Tagada glorious mindfulness I prostrate, to the Tagada glorious name one I prostrate. Tagada King handling the victory banner from his power, I prostrate. The Tagada glorious name one every down the glorious one for the least we're doing, I prostrate. The Tagada the victorious battle, I prostrate. The Tagada glorious strength and intercession doing, I prostrate. The Tagada glorious manifestations illuminating all, I prostrate. The Tagada also doing as you lotus, I prostrate. The Tagada a harp, the Buddha Buddha King Lord of the Mountains, firmly seated at the Jordan lotus, I prostrate. Found the Bhagavan had a heart for look at Buddha's Buddha, glorious conqueror, shaken many, but I prostrate. The Tagada strong in the body essence, I prostrate. The Tagada radiant jewel, I prostrate. The Tagada king world of the Nagas, I prostrate. The army of heroes, I prostrate. The Tagada delighted hero, I prostrate. The Tagada purifier, I prostrate. The Tagada moonlight, I prostrate. The Tagada meaningful to see, I prostrate. The Tagada moon, I prostrate. The Tagada stainless one, I prostrate. The Tagada bestowed with courage, I prostrate. The Tagada pure one, I prostrate. The Tagada bestowed with purity, I prostrate. The Tagada water god, I prostrate. The Tagada deity of the water god, I prostrate. The Tagada glorious goodness, I prostrate. The Tagada glorious sandalwood, I prostrate. Tragada infinite splendor, I prostrate. Tragada glorious light, I prostrate. Tragada starless glory, I prostrate. Tragada son of uncraving, I prostrate. Tragada glorious flower, I prostrate. Tragada pure light, light, glowing on web play, I prostrate. Tragada lotus light, glowing on web play, I prostrate. Tragada glorious wealth, I prostrate. Tragada glorious mindfulness, I prostrate. Tragada glorious name, money renowned, I prostrate. Tragada queen hold the victory, banner from its power, I prostrate. Tragada glorious one, totally subduing, I prostrate. Tragada utterly victorious in battle, I prostrate. Look at the glorious strength and into subduing a straight to look at the glorious manifestations of the all I prostrate. Look at also during lotus I prostrate, and look at a harp of the Gavita Buddha, King of Mountains, from his hidden the lotus I prostrate. And the founder Bhagavan Hara, I got the look at the Buddhas, Buddha, glorious conqueror, Shakti many, but I prostrate. Look at the strong of the Vajra, since I prostrate, look at a radiant jewel I prostrate. Look at a king of the Nagas I prostrate, look at an army of heroes I prostrate, look at a lighted hero I prostrate. Tagada fire prostrate, Tagada Jumuna prostrate, Tagada meaningful to see I prostrate, Tagada Jumuna prostrate, Tagada stainless when I prostrate, Tagada bestowed with courage I prostrate, Tagada pure when I prostrate, Tagada bestowed with purity I prostrate, Tagada glorious the water god I prostrate, Tagada deity the water god I prostrate, Tagada glorious goodness I prostrate, Tagada glorious sandalwood I prostrate, Tagada splendor I prostrate, Tagada glorious light I prostrate, Tagada glorious Tagada starless glory I prostrate, Tagada glorious sun of giving I prostrate, Tagada glorious flower I prostrate, Tagada pure light school by play I prostrate, Tagada lotus light school by play I prostrate, Tagada glorious wealth I prostrate, Tagada glorious mindfulness I prostrate, Tagada glorious name one I prostrate, Tagada glory king of the victory banner from his power I prostrate, Tagada glorious one total subduing I prostrate, Tagada utterly victorious in battle I prostrate, Tagada glorious manifestations of hitting all I prostrate. I get a glorious, the glorious one top strength and just doing a prostrate, the glorious meditation, good thing I prostrate. I got also during the lotus I prostrate, I got a heart from the get a bit of king of the mountains from lake, say that I just lotus I prostrate. The Bhagavan Hana, I got up and like it, Buddhist Buddha. Grand glorious king of excellent signs I prostrate, the Bhagavan Hana, I got up and like it, accomplished Buddha. King Lord, King, Bloodied Sound, the leader ranks of skill. To have Jews, middle and this I prostrate, the Bhagavan Hana, I got up and like it, Buddhist Buddha. Stainless excellent goals and everything jewel who accomplishes all conduct are prostrate. The Bhagavan had a good after the Gita Spura, super glorious of human freedom, sorrow prostrate. Bhagavan had a good look at the Buddha Spura, Buddhist ocean proclaimed on my prostrate. Bhagavan had a heart, look at it, Bhagavan Buddha, clearly learned with the plain supreme wisdom and initiative Dhamma prostrated, the Bhagavan Tata, Buddha, medicine deity, King of Sapphire Light, I prostrate. Oh, you 35 Buddhas, that medicine Buddhas and others, and many said I got a heart. The Buddhas are existing, sustaining, and residing in all the world systems in 10 directions. All you Buddha Bhagavans, please pay attention to me. This life and all the states of rebirth in which I have circled in samsara through beginningless lives. Whatever negative actions I have created, made others create or direction the creation of. The possessions of stupid, possessions of the Sangha, possessions of the Sangha of the 10 directions that I've appropriated, with appropriated direction the appropriation of. If among the 5 actions of immediate retribution I have done, cause to be done or direction the doing of. If in the 10 unvirtuous paths of actions I have engaged in, others to have engaged in, direction engaging in. Whatever I've done good with these karmas causes me to be born at the same being in the hell realm, in the animal realm, in the preta realm, the religious countries as a barbarian or as one like God. Through faculties holding wrong views and not being pleased with Buddha's descent. The Buddha Bhagavans who are trained in of wisdom, or eyes, or witnesses who are valid. Through the mission consciousness, I made confess with negativities. I'm not conceal them nor hide them, then now in the future I'll disdain and refrain from becoming them again. O Buddha Bhagavans, please pay attention to me in this life and other states of rebirth in which I have circled in samsara through beginningless lives. The roots of which are created by generosity, the middle of multiple food, or being by the animal realm. The roots of which are created by godly morality, or the virtue created by calling pure conduct. The virtue of which are created by fully ripening sentient being, or the virtue of which are created by bodhicitta. The virtue of which are created by unsurpassed transcendental wisdom. Which then gather, combine together, are fully to the unsurpassed, the unexalted heart, and the heart superior to the superior. Dedicated to the highest perfect enlightenment. This is the previous Buddha Bhagavan, the fully dedicated to the proofs of Buddha Bhagavan will fully dedicate. This is the presently abiding fully Buddha Bhagavan, the fully dedicated, not will dedicate fully. Confess all negativities individually, address all merits. This is known for blood as merit, experience, and wisdom. The conqueror is the best of humans who is living in the present of time, this was in the past, and likewise come. The vast is an infinite ocean, the handful that I approach for refuge. I rejoice in all positive potential of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas in 10 directions. Solitary realizers here are still training in those beyond and of all transmigratory beings. You who are the bright lights of worlds in 10 directions who obtain the Buddha's initiation to stages of awakening. All you who are my guides, please to the supreme wheel of Dharma. Palms together, I earnestly request you may actualize fairy nirvana. You stay with us for ends, numberless atoms of the world, for the happiness and well-being of all wanderers in samsara. Whatever slight virtue I have accumulated by prostrating, offering, and confessing, rejoicing, urging, and requesting, I get to with all to full awakening. Umamoga Jila Zambara Bara Bara Mahashuddha Zara Baba Vibhujida Jadara Dara Zamanda Havulugide Hombezu Umamoga Jila Zambara Bara Bara Mahashuddha Zara Baba Vibhujida Dara Dara Zamanda Havulugide Hombezu Om Amoga Jila Zambara Baraba Ajuda Zadra Baba Vibhujina Bhuja Dara Dara Samanda Avalagi De Humbe Zoma. May maintain flawless morality, the number rules in immaculate morality. May complete the perfection of moral conduct by keeping morality purely unhindered by pride. May all sentient beings of happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings ever be separated from the happiness that knows no suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free of attachment and hatred to those so close and distant. May all sentient beings of happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings ever be separated from happiness and knows no suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free of attachment and hatred to those so close and distant. May all sentient beings of happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings ever be separated from happiness and knows no suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free of attachment and hatred to those so close and distant. Deities of the field of collecting merit return to their own abodes. Om Sabha Judo Sabha Judo Hom. Nature of myself, the deity to meditate upon, and all phenomena are but one taste of emptiness. From the sphere of emptiness, the aspect of the tone of the mantra Harmony Padme Hum resounds, pervading the realm of space. My mind, in the aspect of the undifferentiable suchness of myself and the deity, becomes a moon mandala upon which the every aspect of the tone of the mantra, resounding in space, is set down, having the form of written syllables like the very pure mercury adhering to grains of gold. That completely transforms into a thousand-petaled lotus, as brilliant as refined gold, marked at the center by the mantra Harmony Padme Hum. From the tips of multicolored light rays emanated from the moon, lotus, and mantra, innumerable holy bodies of the Arya Avalokiteshvara spread out, pervading all the realms of space. Great clouds of miraculously emanated offerings are beautifully offered to the Buddhas and their children. Create another great emanated cloud for the newest rain of nectar descends, extinguishing the fires of suffering of all migrators to the hells and other realms. They are satisfied with bliss and become Avalokiteshvara. Then the light rays, along with the bodies of the deity, return then to one's own mind in the aspect of the moon mandala, lotus, and mantra garland. These transform into a multicolored lotus and moon seat, with a bright-colored body in the prime of youth and radiating rays of light. Of the 11 faces, the root face is white, the right green, and the left red. Above that, the central face is green, the right red and the left white. Above that, the central face is red, the right white and the left green. They also have long narrow eyes and smiling expressions. Above these is a wrathful black face with barred fangs and wrathful wrinkles. The third eye and orange hair sitting upright. On the crown is a piece of red face with a crown protrusion, having a chaste aspect devoid of ornaments with its own neck. The first two hands are folded at the heart and hold a jewel. The second right hand holds a rosary. The third eliminates the hunger and thirst of the hungry ghosts by sending down a stream of nectar from the mudra of getting sublime realizations. And the fourth holds a wheel. The second left hand holds a golden lotus with a stem. The third holds a water vessel, and the fourth holds a bow and arrow. The remaining 992 hands are soft as lotus petals, are in the mudra of getting sublime realizations. The palm of every hand is an eye. The hands do not extend above the crown protrusion, nor below the knees. And the antelope skin covers the left breast, and there is a lower garment of fine cloth. I am endowed with a golden belt with jewels, and beautiful locks of orange hair. I have a jeweled crown, earrings, necklace, armlets, bracelets, and anklets. Wear garments of various colored silks and radiate rays of bright light. At the crown of the central head is a white Om, throat a red eye, and at the heart a blue home. Upon the moon mandala at the heart is a white hoodie with a long vowel and subsequent aspiration. Om Bamud Bawai Zuham. 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 Light rays radiate from the Hri at the heart, evoking from the natural abode Avyala, surrounded by the entire assembly of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Om Arya Lugi Jara Zabari Wara Vajra Samaya Zahum Bam. They become non-dual with oneself, the commitment being. Again, light rays radiate from the Hri at one's heart, invoking the empowering deity of the five Buddha families, with Amitabha as their principal together with their retinue. Om Pancha Guna Sabari Varahagam Pradija Zuham. Om Pancha Guna Sabari Varahagam Pradija Zuham. Om Pancha Guna Sabari Varahagam Pradija Zuham. Om Pancha Guna Sabari Nube Pradija Zuham. Om Pancha Guna Sabari Aluge Pradija Zuham. Om Pancha Guna Sabari Gyande Pradija Zuham. Om Pancha Guna Sabari Nivedye Pradija Zuham. Om Pancha Guna Sabari Yada Pradija Zuham. All Tathagatas, please bestow the empowerment upon him. Requested thus the goddess dressed in white and the others, who emitted from the Tathagata's hearts and multiple out vases filled with nectar and sang. This is at the very time of birth David offered ablution to the Buddha. So do I with pure divine water offer ablution of the holy body. Om Zavata Tagata Vijayakadasmaya. They bestow the empowerment. Thereby the entire body is filled and all defilements are purified. From a transformation, the exodus water remaining on the crown. The head welcomes the door of the red Abhidhamma on the crown, who is in the very nature of one's guru. Blue Akshobhya on the forehead, yellow Ratnasabhava behind the right ear, white Vadarchana at the back, Greetamoga City behind the left ear. On a moon cushion in one's heart is the exalted wisdom being Avalokiteshvara, the white-colored holy body, one face and two hands. The right is in the mudra bestowing sublime realizations. Left holds a lotus at his heart. The moon cushion at his heart is marked by the concentration being white syllable read. Long vowel and subsequent aspiration. Om Mamba Great Home Pe Om Sabha Shudha Savadama Sabha Shudha Om. The offering substances become just empty. From that emptiness and broom syllables, vast and extensive precious vessels arise. Within each the syllable all melts into light, from which arise drinking water, water for the feet, flowers, incense, lamps, perfume, food, and music. Empty in nature, they have the aspect of the individual types of offerings, function to bestow a special uncontaminated bliss. Maria Lugishvara Zabhavi Varahagam Pradija Maria Lugishvara Zabhavi Varahagam Pradija Maria Lugishvara Zabhavi Varahagam Pradija Maria Lugishvara Zabhari Dube Pradija Maria Lugishvara Zabhari Aluge Pradija Maria Lugishvara Zabhari Gende Pradija Maria Lugishvara Zabhari Nivedye Pradija Maria Lugishvara Zabhari Shabda Pradija. Highly venerated by all the Buddhas, you accumulated all holy qualities. You confer the name of Avalokiteshvara, I prosper the ultimate name. Om Guru Zava Tada Gada Gaya Vajida Vajrabana Mena Zava Tada Gada Vajrabara Varanam Gavumi Mazamari Jizo Mazamari Jizo Mazamari Jizo Mathematics, 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 mathematics. On a moon disk at one's heart is a concentration being syllable hurting, surrounded by garlands of the mantras to be recited, white in color and standing clockwise. Light rays radiate from them filling all the inside of one's body, purifying all negativities and obscurations. Light rays radiate outwards, amid an incalculable assembly of the deities of great compassion and wonder immediate, purifying the negativities and obscurations of all sentient beings, setting them in the state of Arya Avalokiteshvara, and then collected back into dissolving the meter and soul. Namuranajaya Namaya Jnanam Saigara Vurja Murajaya Tadagadayam Ahade Samyam Sambuddha Namazarva Tadagadevya Devyam Sambudevya Namarya Bolu Suraya Bodhisattvayam Satvayam Madhavuni Tayada Om Darada Diri Diri Duradu Idevade Sale Sale Brazale Brazale Uzume Uzuma Wari Yule Mele Zede Balama Bana Yesua. The mandala becomes just empty. From that emptiness, a white broom syllable, radiating five-colored light rays, separates from the Hri in my heart and comes to rest inside of the mandala. It transforms into a multicolored lotus on which rests the multicolored cross of Vajra. It is, upon its central hub is the inestimable mansion composed of a variety of jewels. It is square with 4 doors and 4 archways. In the middle of that is an 8-petaled lotus, at the center of which is the precious throne, upon which are variegated lotus and moon seed. On each of the petals of the 4 cardinal directions is the moon seed. Upon the central cushion is a white syllable Hri, which becomes a white 8-petaled lotus as brilliant as refined gold, marked by the syllable Hri. Light rays radiate from it, making offerings to the Arya beings, and then enacting the welfare of all sentient beings. They collect back, and from the transformation arises the Arya of Avalokiteshvara, with a white-colored body in the prime of youth and radiating rays of light. Of the 11 faces, the root face is white, the right red and the right green and the left red. Above that, the central face is green, the right red and the left white. Above that, the central face is red, the right white and the left green. They also have long, narrow eyes and smiling expressions. Above these is the wrathful black face with barred fangs and wrathful wrinkles, the third eye and orange hair standing upright. On its crown is a peaceful red face with a crown protrusion, having a chaste aspect, void of ornaments within its own neck. The first two hands are folded at the heart and hold the jewel. The second right hand holds the rosary. The third eliminates the hunger and thirst of the hungry ghost, ascending down a stream of nectar from the mudra of getting sublime realizations. The fourth holds a wheel. The second left hand holds a golden lotus with a stem. The third holds a water vessel, and the fourth holds a bow and arrow. The remaining 992 hands, as soft as lotus petals, are in the mudra of getting sublime realizations. The palm of every hand is an eye. Hands do not extend above the crown protrusion or below the knees. An antelope's skin covers the left breast, and there is a lower garment of fine cloth. He is endowed with a golden belt, adorned with jewels, and is beautified with locks of orange hair. He has a jeweled crown, earrings, necklace, armlets, bracelets, and anklets. Wears garments of various colored silk and radiates rays of white light. In the east, from home below Akshavya, right hand pressing the earth, left an equipoise. In the south, from Drum, Elon, and Sambhava, right hand giving the sublime, left an equipoise. In the west, from Om, white Vadarchanam, the mudra of supreme enlightenment. In the north, from Magri, Namoga city, right hand giving refuge, left in the mudra of equipoise. They are also beautified with precious ornaments, garments of various silks, and seated with their legs in the Vajra posture. Upon a lotus and moon disk at the heart of the principal deity is a white tree, from which light rays radiate, invoking from the Potala in the southern direction Arya Avalokiteshvara, surrounded by the entire assembly of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the 10 directions. They become non-dual with the commitment beings. The crowns of the deities are marked by a white Om, the throats by a red Ah, and the hearts by a blue Hum. Again, light rays radiate from the Hri of the central deity's heart, invoking the empowering deities, the 5 Buddha families with Amitabha as their principal, together with their retinues. Panchagula Sabharivara Brahmadijazuha Panchagula Sabharivara Hadyam Brahmadijazuha Panchagula Sabharivara Nujbe Brahmadijazuha Panchagula Sabhariva Ube Bradijazuha Panchagula Sabhariva Aluge Bradijazuha Panchagula Sabhariva Gende Bradijazuha Panchagula Sabhariva Nevedye Bradijazuha Banjagula Zabariwa Hada Bradidazu. All Tathagatas pleased bestow the empowerment upon him. Requested thus, the goddess dressed in white and the others who emitted from the Tathagata's hearts hold aloft vases filled with nectar and say, just as at the very time of birth David offered ablution to the Buddha, so do I with pure divine water for ablution to the holy body. They bestow the empowerment. They have brought the entire body is filled and all defilements are purified. From a transformation of the excess water remaining in the crown, the head becomes adorned with Amitabha on the crown, Akshobhya on the forehead, Ranasambhava behind the right ear, Vairocana at the back, and Amoghasiddhi behind the left ear. Om Pad Mandagrid Om Pe Om Sabhava Shudha Sava Dhamma Sabhava Shudha Om. The offering substances become just empty. From within emptiness, from broom syllables vast and extensive precious vessels arise. Within each the syllable all melts into light from which arise drinking water, water for the feet, flowers, incense, lamps, perfume, food, and music. Empty in nature, they have the aspect of the individual types of offerings, and function to bestow a special uncontaminated individual. Om Agama Om Bharyamam Tujbayam Om Dubayam Om Alagyam Om Gyandayam Nividyam Om Shabdam Om Rubam Shabdam Gyandayam Om Ratam Om Spartam Yellow Gadzu Judele Drube Jingan Gadzu Juyun Gadzu Zub Yenden Gadzu Gela Gorjela Deba Gadzu Buddha Jesus O Maria Logisha Zabariwa Argan Pradija Zuha Yawa Gazu Jizele Druben Gazu Jabzil Gazu Zub Yenden Gazu Yawa Gorjela Gazu Bulu Jesus O Maria Lugishvara Zabariwara Adyam Pradija Zuham Gyawa Gyasu Jizele Druben Jingam Gyasu Medu Gyasu Zu Yenden Gyasu Gyawa Gorjela Deba Gyasu Buddha Jesus O Maria Lugivara Sabariwa Ujbe Pradija Zuha Gyawa Gyazu Juzele Druben Jingam Gyazu Dugbo Gyazu Zu Yanden Gyazu Gyawa Gorjela Deba Gyazu Buddha Jesus O Maria Lugishvara Zabariwa Dube Pradija Zuham Gyawa Gyatsu Juzele Druben Jingam Gyatsu Nangsel Gyatsu Zop Yanden Gyatsu Gyawa Gorjela Beba Gyatsu Bulu Jesu Zop O Maria Lugishvara Zabariwara Aluge Pradija Zuham Gyawa Gyatsu Juzele Druben Singam Gyatsu Drijab Gyatsu Zok Yanden Gyatsu Gyawa Korjela Deva Gyatsu Bulu Jesu Zok O Maria Lugishvara Zabariwara Yende Pradija Zuha Gyawa Gyatsu Juzele Druben Singam Gyatsu Shabze Gyatsu Zu Yenden Gyatsu Gyawa Gorjela Eba Gesu Bulu Jesu. Om Arya Gishvara Sabari Wat Nevedye Brade Jazuha Gyawa Gesu Judele Druben Jingam Gesu Robo Gesu Yundin Gesu Gyawa Korjela Deva Gesu Bulu Jesu Om Arya Lokishvara Sabari Vat Yada Mari Jazuha Zona Shindu Girbe Sangela Rama Regna Dewe Girbe Angela Dama Ranjin Mebe Sujode Nandang Yerme Zengi Bulana Yerme De Jendugi Jesuzo O Maria Lukishvara Sabari War Ruba Bradija Zuha Zona Shindu Gerbe Sangela Nama Ranjin Mebe Drangyendi Nanda Girme Zengi Bulana Yerme De Jendugi Jesuzo O Maria Lugis Vara Zabari Wan Nanda Bradida Zoham Guna Jingdu Girbe Zangela Nama Ranjin Mebe Dri Nandang Yerme Zengi Bulana Yerme De Jentugi Jesuzo Om Arya Lokishvara Zapari War Yende Bradija Zoham Nam Shindu Girbe Sangela Nala Ranjin Mebe Rojobi Nandang Yerme Zengi Bulana Yerme De Jindugi Jesuzo O Maria Lugishvara Zabari Wan Raza Bradija Zuha Zona Shindu Girbe Sangela Nama Ranjin me berek jogdi. Nanda yer me zengi bulana. Yer me de jindugi jezuzo. O Maria Lugishvara Zavari Vara Zvaza Bradi Jazuham Nazu Wambu Juda Ragawa Rama Rena Dewe Gyur Ben Gozar Injendalo Janjirbo Zobadam Begugi Gyan Barjo Om Badabasdayayam Zoha Gyawak Zembe Ranjin Gendenji Genjin Dagi Genvar Mitzoyam Rinjin Genju Buwe Drogengi Begin Begulu Tobarjo Om Badalam Gada Babu Janiam Lua Rinjin Zebe Tashi Bumbadi Matsu Chugi Kande Puwayi Vedam Yumon Drima Kundane Yadu Zengi Lengi Lembarjo Om Bada Kalaja Jingambu Oju, Hondenza Dumea, Hondenza Gigaji, Hondenza Rigia, Hondijari Goyugi Goweozo, Rigya Bori Rad, Galubabolo, Zambuli, Lubalanjo, Jandraminya, Budalubagaya, Dangaya, Jen, Yotendama, Jojo, Raminyan, Dandraminyan, Gita, Rinpoche, Riwa, Balangi, Jing, Dojo, Yeba, Mamo, Bayi, Lodo, Bolo, Rinpoche, Nobo, Rinpoche, 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 Lombo, Rinpoche, Rajo, Rinpoche, Mabo, Rinpoche, Dejen, Boye, Ibomba, Yema, Jingwa, Malu, Magama, Vedama, Didama, Nangzama, Dridama, Nima, Dawa, Rinpoche, Rabbe, Namba, Gyawe, Gyalze, Uzulada, Mi, Bedu, Bundum, Zoba, Mazawa, Me, Bazani, Nidowa, Nida, Dindren, Zawada, Giba, Jibe, Belden, Lama, Damba, Namza, Giba, Duyam, Baju, Dude, Dembo, Lazo, Bodan, Jiba, Nam, Jingam, Dewagyum, Tuje, Drowe, Dundu, Jesuso, Nedanda, Zodrowe, Mange, Namge, Taran, Yambe, Zendin, Tamjela, Zewa, Jimbo, Jingila, Duro, Zajibogi, Joji, Meidom, Kamri, Nidegambadin, Dangedom, Megaibuargim, Dorgunam Dagimam, Subayong, Dagijadong, Mozum Yewen, Yuranyan Barzum, Luran Jordan, Palameva, Buarilev, Uzoranzatruvam, Zingila Belelamen, Kurzedembam, Dankanyam Yoma, Degidowanam, Kagyan Malum, Toksa Driyarnem, Yoduzan Yetobam, Zingilo Idam Gurnamandalagamudayami. Your 1,000 arms are 1,000 wheel-turning kings, your 1,000 eyes, ye 20 and 1,000 Buddhas. The prostrate and offer praise to the venerable of the Lickage Father who shows that everything that is subdued was indeed subdued. The Dhammakai is inseparable like space, yet form bodies are separately visible like rainbows. Prostrate and offer praise to the five families gone to bliss, who being master of her method and wisdom. Streams of nectar descend from the fingers of both the self and front generations, filling the vase the nectar of exalted wisdom. Namarandraya Namaryajana Zaigara Varajana Varadraya Tadagadayam Arhadizam Yagam Namazarva Tadagadayam Samyalam Burevya Namarya Valargita Varaya Boizagayam Mahazagaya Mahagavrniga Dayada Om Daradagam Dividiri Duruduru Idevade Zale Zalen Bradzale Bradzalen Kuzume Kuzuma Ware Yilin Ilin Divanama Bana Yesua Namarajaya Namah. The exalted wisdom beings of the self-generation absorbed into the divine generation. Upon a lotus and Buddha's my crown, on the crown of my head is Vishnu Lakshmi. Thus says a renunciate. With hands folded at her heart, she intercedes with the merit field on my behalf. Ziba zungiruba mulayi zuwuriran zumbiruba Dube gudu dube duba deba Iden zungi gamba jula dezelo Deja Gure Bozandin Babu Nejek Nawadaye Ugenzin Babu Jagye Jogin Yidak Jibom Zewab Jagyon Zegi Bane Nambargin Babu Drijam Relbim Grimoire Marzergu Balbo Jilregi Bona Wada Borze Balbo Jengi Baba Jugdu Zongjing Yang Balbo Kawarong Danam Garding Eden Balbo Dream or job Murti Zambo the Babo the Bayo Zergyareng Marbogan Baum Bame to Darjaging Awaje Babo the gate ring it a dong dong jing jambabo Rinjan Mambu Lumbani Nigan Babo Lume Jugda Jakil Jungjing Jumbabo Ridag Bubeng Mayo Baga Babo Yen Jadu Bong Yik Jing Gyanang Jawabo Dreamame Bam Bame Joglane Babo Uni Moni Bame Dabdajam Babo Zergi Gerang Juglorna Borje Babo Dazordri Bere Jam Jam Dabdin Babo Duve Gyanjo Zojin Baro Jin Babo Junye Zonam Bonye Warzak Babo the day way jung ne bane zawabo zum tar de jing ha jo judaram babo the jen jordan the bong jo le wabo zegi da du dai jabi wabo Zambe ne baji baze babo. Zambe dro dar long jen dig dar jig babo. Yon the nye Lajing them ban your wabo, who made so done to ye so later wabo. Ganchi tatu to round la me then raise the gay wabo ye las and jading. No be Jodin. Dakchingzewadachena dinike pampumeyen yarum kewadi omahom kewadam chedu diden lede gubagundrum yo. All my prayers to the protector of the world, you the good of the world, who praise for the three realms, the one who is prayer that you who are the gods, Mars and Brahma. Praising you, Supreme King of Sages, of all the wishes of beings, I prostrate to the Supreme Protector of the three realms. Hold of a noble holy body, carry the body as infinite one's gone and blessed, the crown of the one God blessed with infinite light. It's from the generous right hand, it spells the hunger, thirst of the hungry ghost, your left hand is perfectly hid, or only goes notice. Moon of fragrant up, last we had vulgar, let a fragrant top fair, faces beautiful like the full moon. You let us like eyes exquisite and encompassing, a pure white, if your radiant body feel like snow or a conch. You wear clusters of flawless glittering pearls, you adorn with beautiful light, blaze at the red of dawn. Your arms are arranged like a pot of lotuses, you are youthful. Have the color of autumn clouds. Two, shoulder, uh, two shoulders are adorned with many jewels, your palms are smooth as the best of leaves, your left breast like a banana of skin. You are wearing earrings with ornaments. You wear on a supreme set of lotus because you have them in a smooth lotus petal. It's one golden bells and a jewels. Your wear a skirt of the cloth on the hips. There they have won supreme wisdom, gone beyond the condition, and collected the multitude of merit to acquire the supreme state, and so across the blessing, dispel every aging disease, the triple liberate, and dispel holy deeds to those enjoying space. Supreme and mighty being, victor in battle with Mars forces, your feet are laying with semical and anklets. You isolate beings from self-interest, before birth to Brahma, you move the swan's gate like a proud elephant. You feel like a bit of the accumulation, look after the doctrine, one who preached in the ocean, milk and ocean of water. But if a man or woman arises at the dawn, the strictly brings ever look at his fire to mind, appearing clearly. Recite the supreme praise, all the mundane, super mundane needs will be fulfilled, and I can all fit your lives. O my prostrate to the protector of the world, he who with the good of the world, praise for the three realms. The one who is praise that he who are the gods, Mars and Brahma. Praising you, supreme king of sages, fulfills the wishes of beings, I prostrate to the supreme protector of the three realms. Hold of a noble holy body, created the body of sin, one's gonna bless you, crown holds the one, gonna bless with infinite light. Kiss the room, the generous right hand, spells the hunger and thirst of the hungry ghost, your left hand is perfectly adorned with the golden lotus. Moon a flashing a yellow girl in the friggin' top pair, her face is beautiful like the full moon. Full of like eyes are twisted encompassing. Your friggin' body is built like snow or conch. You wear clusters of flawless glittering pearls, you turn to beautiful iris at grid of dawn. Your arms are ranging upon of lotuses, you fill out the color of them clouds. Your two shoulders are on many jewels, your palms are smooth as young the best of please. Your left breast is covered in antelope skin, your lower earrings, bracelets, ornaments. You dwell in a supreme stainless lotus, as if it's your abdomen, as if smooth as a lotus petty, if the lamp of the battle of the jewels. Where skirted at the point of the cloth and hit the born supreme wisdom. Gone beyond the good ocean, you collected the multitude of merit to acquire the supreme state, the source of constant bliss, the spell of aging disease, the triple liberator, and the spell of holy deed to those enjoying faith. Supreme embodied being, victor in battle with Mars forces, you feed her alluring with sound of Glenicus, you isolate self-interest before brought the Brahma. Move this one again like a proud elephant, you feel like a pit of accumulation after the doctrine when you face the ocean, milk and ocean of water. Whatever minimum mind the earth is dawn, sparkly brings up a look as far to mind, and pure like clearly recites the supreme praise. All the money and Superman day needs will be fulfilled this night, but all future lives. O my prostrate to the protector of the world, you the girl of the world, praise for the theorems, one who is praised for the chief of holy gods, Mars and Brahma. Praising you, supreme king and sages, fulfills the wishes of beings, I prostrate to the supreme protector of the three realms. Hold of the noble, the heavy body, created the body, fit one's gonna bless, the crown holds the one gonna bless, but infinite light. You fulfill the generous right hand that spells the hunger and thirst, the hungry ghost, your left hand is perfectly adorned with the golden lotus. When the flashing and go in the fragrant top pair, faces beautiful full moon, you full of the gods are within encompassing. Furigan body is pure like snow or conch. You wear clusters of flawless glittering pearls. You're doing the beautiful light wraith of red of dawn. Your arms are ranging upon a lotus leaf. You can have the color of clouds. Your two shoulders are adorned many jewels. Your palms are smooth as the best to please. Left breast is covered by antelope skin. You wear alluring earrings, bracelets, ornaments. You wear rings of him lotus leaf. Your abdomen is smooth as lotus petal. Sublime gold above the red jewels. Your palms are smooth as the best to please. You wear a skirt of gold cloth on the hips. Give me one supreme wisdom, godly on the condition, collectible merit. To acquire the supreme state which was the cause of bliss and spell of aging and disease, which have liberated and spell of holy to those enduring space. Supreme body being victor in battle with Mars forces, you feed her alone with something of an anklets. Wisely being some self-interest, the four birds live below my evil with the swans together like a proud elephant. You feel like a bit of the accumulation of God's reduction when it faces the ocean of an ocean of water. Whatever men omen their eyes as the dawn, respectfully brings every look as far to mind and purely and clearly recites the supreme praise. All the minutes of mundane needs will be fulfilled in this life and all future lives. O more prostrate to the protector of the world, you the guru of the world, praised for the three realms, the one who is praised for the chief of holy gods, Mars and Brahma. Praising you, supreme king and sages, fulfills the wishes of beings, I prostrate to you, the supreme protector of the three realms. Hold ever noble holy body, king abundant, and one God of bliss, the crown holds the one God of bliss, of infinite life. Your supremely generous right hand is the hunger and thirst of the hungry ghost, your left hand is perfectly adorned with the golden lotus. When a flashing yellow, the garland of fragrant top the air faces beautiful like the full moon. Your lotus like eyes are exquisite and encompassing your fragrant body is pure like snow or conch. You are clustered of flawless glittering pearls. You adorn the beautiful light rays of greater dawn. Your arms are ranging upon the lotus as you lift up the color of autumn clouds. Your two shoulders are adorned with many jewels. Your palms are smooth as young and best to please. Your left breast is covered by an antelope skin. Your alluring earrings, bracelets, and ornaments. One is supreme stainless lotus, because your abdomen is smooth as lotus petal. Your fragrant body is pure like you have one gold balance and a jewels. Your skirt is glitter cloth and hips. You be able one supreme wisdom, gone beyond the good ocean, you flow to the multitude of merit to acquire the supreme state. Source of constant bliss and spell of raging is he, the triple liberator, and the spell of hate to those enduring space. Supreme embodied being, victor in battle with Mars forces, you feed her alone with the sun of the necklace, who has living to himself interest to the forefront of Rama. Move the swans getting a proud elephant, you look into the accumulation, look after the doctrine when you fish in the ocean of milk and ocean of water. Whatever men woman eras is the dawn, the sprinkling things ever look at his heart of mine, and purely and clearly reflect his supreme praise. All the money that Superman they need to be fulfilled this life and all future lives. Lord, prostrate to the protector of the world, you the good of the world, the praise for the three realms. One which praise the chief of the gods, Mars and Brahma, praise for the blessing of supreme king of sages, to will the wishes of beings. The prostrate to the supreme protector of the three realms, hold up in the low holy body, and the bodies one one bless. Crown holds the one God blessed in infinite light. If you the generous right hand dispels the hungry and thirst of the hungry ghost, your left hand is perfectly adorned with the golden lotus. When a flare fashion the the garland of fragrant top hair, faces beautiful like the full moon. Lotus like are those within encompassing your fragrant body is pure like snow or a conch. You wear clusters of flawless glittering pearls, you doing beautiful light rays at red of dawn. Your arms are arranged like upon of lotuses, you youthful have the colored bottom clouds. Your two shoulders are adorned many jewels, your palms are smooth as the best of leaves, your left breast is filled by antelope skin. You wear alluring earrings, bracelets, and ornaments, you dwell in the supreme stainless lotus. The surface of your abdomen is as smooth as lotus petal, your fragrant This petal you have a slang of the bed of the jewels. You have you are skirt of the cloth on the hips. You have the abhorrent supreme wisdom, gone beyond the great ocean. You collected the multitude of merit to acquire the supreme state, the source of constant bliss, and the spell of aging and disease, the triple liberator. Dispel the holy age of those enjoying space, and supreme embodied being, victim by Widmar's forces. If he had alone on the sun of golden anklets, who sleeping from self-interest, the four birds of Brahma, move the swan's gate like a proud elephant. You feel like a pit of the accumulation, look after the doctrine. When I face from the ocean of milk, an ocean of water, whatever man or woman asks as the dawn, the sparkly things ever looked at his heart of mind. Purely and clearly recites the supreme praise, all of them invincible mundane needs will be fulfilled in this life and all future lives. O my prostrate to the protector of the world, you are the guru of the world, the praise for the three realms. One who is praised for the chief of holy gods, Mars and Brahma, praising you, supreme king of sages, fulfills the wishes of beings, I prostrate to the supreme protector of the three realms. Hold of a noble holy body, creating the body as infinite one's gone above, the crown holds the one gone above of infinite light. Your supremely generous right hand dispels the hunger and thirst of the hungry ghost, your left hand is book will be adorned with the golden lotus. When our fasting you do, go in the second top your face is bit about the full moon. You let us like ours, there's but within encompassing your face, each dragon body is pure like snow or a conch. You wear clutches of flawless glittering pearls, you're doing a beautiful light like the red at dawn, your arms are arranged like a pot of lotuses. Your youth and the other caught of Adam clouds, your two shoulders are with many jewels, your palms are smooth as young as the best of leaves. Your left breast is covered by an antelope skin, you wear layering earrings, bracelets, and ornaments. You dwell in the supreme stainless lotus, if your abdomen is the foot of the lotus petal. The sublime with the bed of one jewels, you wear a skirt of the cloth on the hips. You have the above supreme wisdom, God beyond the great ocean, who collected the multitude to the merit. To acquire the supreme state, the source of constant bliss, the spell of aging and disease, the triple liberator, and the spell of age those enjoying space. Supreme embodied being, victor in battle with Mars forces, your feet are alone, the son of golden anklets, you isolate beings from self-interest, the four birds of Brahma, with the swans get like a proud elephant. You filling a bit of the accumulation, look after the doctrine, when you face the ocean, milk and ocean of water. Whatever man or woman arises the dawn, sparkly things have you look at as far in the mind, and pure and clearly recites the supreme praise. All the mundane needs will be fulfilled in this life and all future lives. O my prostrate to the protector of the world, you are the guru of the world, praise the those realms, the one who is praised for the chief of worthy gods, the Mars and Brahma. Praising you, supreme king of sages, fulfill the wishes of beings I prostrate to, the supreme protector of the three realms. Hold of a noble holy body, created in the bodies of infinite ones, gone above, the crown holds the one gone above of infinite life. Your supremely generous right hand dispels the hunger and thirst, the hungry ghost, the left hand is perfect, the one of the golden lettuce. When a flashing into look on a fragrant top pair, vacant body is your face to look the full moon, you feel lotus like roses with the encompassing your fragrant body is like snow or punch. You were clusters of flawless glittering pearls, you were good during the beautiful like the red at dawn. Roads are arranged upon of lotuses, you have the color of autumn clouds. You dwell in a supreme stainless lotus, if your abdomen is full of lotus petal, you have supplying bullet bed of the jewels, the jewels. You have a skirt of the glitter cloth on the hips, with the able one supreme wisdom gone beyond the Giddish and collected the multitude to the merit to acquire the supreme state. The source of constant bliss and the spell of aging and disease, which are liberated in the spell of holy deeds, those enjoying space. Superman body being victor in battle with Mars forces, your feet are learning the sound of golden anklets. You isolate beings from self-interest. With the four aboard the Brahma, you move the swans again like a proud elephant. You fully completed the accumulation, look after the doctrine. One who frees from the ocean of milk and ocean of water, whatever man or woman arises the dawn, desperately brings up a link to far to mind. Purely and clearly recites the supreme praise, all limited and super mundane needs will be fulfilled in this life and all future lives. O my prostrate to the protector of the world, you, the guru of the world, praised by the three realms. The one who is praised by the chief of holy gods, the Mars and Brahma, praising you, supreme king of sages, fulfills the wishes of beings. I prostrate to the supreme protector of the three realms, hold of a noble holy body, filling the bodies of infinite ones God above. Your crown holds the one God above, of infinite light. You call, you, 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 spell the hunger, thirst, the hungry ghost. Sweet and generous right hand, spell the hunger, thirst, the hungry ghost. Left hand is perfect beauty on the golden lotus. When I flare fashion, the head of the garland, fragrant top here, pieces of like the full moon. Lotus like eyes are exquisite, encompassing, your fragrant body is pure like snow or conch. You were clusters of love, the glittering pearls, you were adorned with beautiful light, red of dawn. Your arms are ranging upon of lotuses, you have the color of autumn clouds. Two shells are adorned with many jewels, your palms are smooth as ink of the best of leaves. Your left breast is covered by antelope skin, you are alluring earrings, bracelets, ornaments. You dwell in a supreme stainless lotus, you should add them in his smoothness lotus petal, give his fine glory better than the jewels. If skirted with the cloth on the hips of the bones, supreme wisdom, God, leadership, granted the multitude of merit of the supreme state, the source of constant bliss and spell of aging and disease, the triple liberator, spell of liberty to those enjoying space. Supreme embodied being, victor in battle with Mara's forces, your feet are alluring and sound with golden anklets. Your eyes flipping from self-interested, full brother Brahma, you move this one, get like a proud elephant. Full like a pit of the accumulation, look after the doctor, one a fish from the ocean to milk, an ocean of water, whatever men woman is on, the sparkly things up, and look at his heart of mine, and feel like clearly resets the supreme place. All the men in Superman needs to be fulfilled in his life and all future lives. O my prostrate to the protector of the world, you the guru of the world, the praise for the three realms, the one who is praised, the chief of worldly gods, the Maras and Brahma. Praising you, supreme king and sages, fulfills the wishes of beings, I prostrate to the supreme protector of the three realms. Hold the venerable holy body, cling to the body as the infinite ones, God and bless you, crown, hope the one God and bless with infinite life. Yes, with whom you generous right hand dispels the hunger and thirst, the hungry ghost, left hand the perfect good honor, God and lotus. Who what a blessing a deal, the garland of fragrant top of your face, bit of the full moon. You lotus like God, exquisite and encompassing, you are. Your fragrant body is pure like snow or conch. You wear clusters of lotus glittering pearls, you adorn beautiful light rays of red at dawn. Your arms are arranged upon the lotuses, your youthful are the cloth of autumn clouds. Your two souls are adorned with many jewels, your palms are smooth as young of the best of leaves, your left breast is covered by an antelope skin, you wear alluring earrings, breath of an ornament. So when the supreme Satan's lotus, because your abdomen is smooth as lotus petty, you have sublime glow above the jewels, you have beautiful light. You have sublime glow above, you have squared as a cloth on the hips, you have the one supreme wisdom, God, the other good ocean. God has collected a multitude of merit to across the supreme state, the source of constant bliss and the spell of aging and disease. You are the triple liberated and spell of age to those enjoying space, from embodied being victor in battle with Mara's forces. Your feet are lungs and golden anklets, where slipping some self-interest the floor with the rummy, you move this one like a proud elephant. You are fully completed the accumulation back of the doctor when they face me ocean the ocean of water. Whatever men open earth, the dawn, sparkly beings that below his vern mind and purely and clearly recites its supreme praise. All their mundane and super mundane need to be fulfilled in this life and all future lives. All my prostrate to the protector of the world, you the guru of the world, praise for the three realms. One is praise the chief of holy gods, Mars and Brahma. Praising you, supreme king and sages, to fill the wishes of beings, I prostrate to the supreme protector of the three realms. Hold the venerable him body, putting the body to the one, the God bless you, can't hold the one, God bless you, infinite light. So may generous right in dispel the hunger, thirst, the hungry ghost, left in his perfect honor, God modest. You want one with a flashing yellow girl and a fragrant top there, face to be like the full moon. The fragrant, your lotus like eyes are within the cup, your fragrant body is like snow or conch. Where clusters of lotus glittering pearls, you adorn the beautiful light, rise like wood of dawn. Arms are arranging upon the lotus, these youth have the color of autumn clouds. Two souls adorn many jewels, your palms are smooth, same and the best of please. Your left breast is held by an antelope skin. You wear alluring earrings, bracelets, and ornaments. You wear letters of supreme stainless lotus. The surface of your abdomen is as smooth as lotus petal. You have survived the battle of the jewels. Were scored of exquisite cloth on the hips. You have the one supreme wisdom of God, the other good ocean. You have collected a multitude of merit. To acquire the supreme state, the source of constant bliss, and spell of aging, and disease, which liberate and spell holiday to those enjoying space. Supreme embodied being, victor in the battle with Mars forces, you feed her alone and settle with an anklets, away from the some self-interest, and star above the Brahma. With this one, getting a proud elephant, you feel like a bit of the accumulation back to the doctrine. You're the one who faced from the ocean, look at ocean of water. Whatever men open earth is the dawn, the sparkly beings that look at his far and mind, and purely and clearly recites its supreme praise. All the mundane and super mundane needs will be fulfilled in this life and all future lives. O I prostrate to the protector of the world, you the guru of the world, praise for the three realms, the one who is praised, the chief worldly gods, Mars and Brahma. Praising you, supreme king and sages, fulfills the wishes of beings, I prostrate to the supreme protector of the three realms. Hold the venerable holy body, containing the body as the infant one's God and bless the crown, hold the one God and bless with infinite light. As the the generous bread and dispel the hunger, there's the hungry ghost. Your left hand is perfectly adorned with the golden lotus. You wanted the fire flashing midair, the garland of her vacant top hair. Your face is beautiful like the full moon. You put lotus like eyes are squinted and encompassing. Your face is your vacant body feel like snow or conch. You wear clusters of flawless glittering pearls. You are adorned with beautiful light rays of the red of dawn. Your arms are arranging upon a lotus as you use and have the color of autumn clouds. Two shoulders adorned with many jewels. Your palms are smooth as young and the best of these. Left breast is covered by antelope skin. You wear alluring earrings, bracelets, ornaments. You dwell on a supreme stainless lotus. If your abdomen is with this lotus petal, you spangled buttons and jewels. You wear a skirt of its the cross on the hips of the able one supreme wisdom, God me on the good ocean. Collected the multitude of merit to acquire the supreme state, the source of constant bliss, and dispel of aging disease. Or that ship will liberate and dispel holiday to those enduring space. Supreme embodied being, victor in the battle with Mars forces, if you're alone is head of an equal to isolating self-interest, the full the Brahma, move the swans together like a proud elephant, you look up at the accumulation, the craft of the doctrine. You're the one who creates from the ocean milk and ocean of water, and the rest of the dawn. The sparkly things I've been looking as far to mine. You feel it and clearly recites the supreme praise all the minute of super mundane needs will be fulfilled, and this life and all future lives. O my prostrate to the protector of the world, you the guru of the world, praised for the two realms, one who is praised the chief of all the gods, Mars and Brahma. Praising you, Supreme King of Satyrs, fulfills the wishes of beings that prostrate to the supreme protector of the three realms. Hold of a noble holy body, created in the body, as if it one's gone above, the crown of the one again blessed, but if it light. Your supremely generous right hand dispels the hunger and thirst of the hungry ghost, your left hand is perfectly adorned with the golden lotus. One the flashing meteor, the garland of breaking top the air, faces beautiful like the full moon. You lotus like guards are with the encompassing it. Yeah, breaking body is pure like snow or a punch. You wear clusters of lotus good in pearls, you adorn the beautiful light rays at red at dawn. Your arms are ranged upon of lotuses, you shall have the cloud of autumn clouds. Two shoulders adorned with many jewels, your palms are smooth and the best of leaves, left breast of a antelope skin. You are layering earrings, bracelets, and ornaments. You go on supreme stainless lotus, because your abdomen is the smoothest of the lotus petal. As the time got the band of jewels, your palms are smooth as young the best of leaves. You left you have the squares that cloth on the hips. You have the one supreme wisdom, God the other good ocean, collected the multitude of merit to grow the supreme state, the source of consequence, and the spell of raging disease. The triple liberated and spell a holy to each of those enduring space, supreme embodied being victor in the battle with Mars forces. If you don't learn the habits of an equal to isolation beings from self-interest, the full birth of Brahma, with the swans getting a proud elephant, you feel like a bit of the accumulation of the doctrine when you first in the ocean, you look an ocean of water. Whatever minimum earth is dawn, directly brings that ability to far to mind and purely and clearly recites the supreme praise, all the minute super bending needs to be fulfilled this life and all future lives. O my prostrate to the protector of the world. You are the guru of the world, the praise for the three realms, the one who is praised, the chief of all the gods, of Mars and Brahma. Praising you, supreme king of satyrs, fulfills the wishes of beings that prostrate to the supreme protector of the three realms. Hold up a noble holy body, feeding the bodies of one God of bliss, the crown holds the one God of bliss of infinite light. Use of whom generous right hand dispels the hunger and thirst of the hungry ghost, your left hand is perfectly adorned with the golden lotus. When a flashing ideal, the garland of fragrant top hair, face is beautiful like the full moon. Lotus like eyes are twisted and encompassing, and fragrant body is pure like snow or a conch. You wear clusters of floodless glittering pearls, you adorn a beautiful light rays at the red of dawn. Your arms are ranging upon of lotuses, so you will have the color of autumn clouds. Your shoulders adorn of many jewels, your palms are smooth as the best of leaves. Your left breast like a velvet antelope skin. Your lowering earrings, bracelets, and ornaments. You build on a supreme stainless lotus, as if your abdomen is as smooth as a lotus petal. You have a sublime golden bed of twin jewels. You wear skirts with the cross on the hips. You have the born supreme wisdom, God, the end of the good ocean, God, collected the multitude of merit. To acquire the supreme state, you're the source of constant bliss, and the spell of aging disease. You're the triple liberator and dispel the holy to those enjoying space. Supreme embodied being, victor of the battle with Mars forces, you feed her alluring the sound of golden equates. You watch like pigs from self-interest, with four birds of Brahma, you move the swans, get like a proud elephant. You have completed the accumulation of orthodox when I face in the ocean and milk ocean of water, men and when the rises the dawn, strictly brings. I'll be looked as far in the mind and purely include the recites of supreme praise, all the minute super mundane needs will be fulfilled. This life and all future lives. O my prostrate to the protector of the world, you the guru of the world, praised by the three realms. One who is praised by the chief of holy gods, Mars and Brahma. Praising the supreme king of satyrs and of the wishes of beings that prostrate to the supreme protector of the three realms. Hold of a noble holy body, give the bodies of the one going to bless the crown, hold the one going to bless in infinite light. Within the generous right hand dispels the hunger thirst of the hungry ghost, your left hand is perfectly home the golden lotus. When a flashing aureola garland of fragrant top hair faces beautiful like the full moon, your lotus like eyes are exquisite and encompassing, your fragrant bodies pure like snow or a conch. You wear clusters of flowers glittering pearls, you adorn with beautiful light rays at the red of dawn, your arms are ranging upon of lotuses, beautiful. Feather color of autumn clouds, your two shoulders are adorned with many jewels, your palms are smooth as the best of leaves. Your left breast is covered by antelope skin, you are layering earrings, bracelets, and ornaments. You dwell on a supreme stainless lotus, if it's your abdomen is as smooth as a lotus petal. It's the sublime golden belt of the donut jewels. Your palms are smooth as young as you wear a skirt of exquisite cloth from the hips. You have the airborne supreme wisdom, God, the other Ganesh, and you collected to the multitude of merit to acquire the supreme state. Source of constant bliss and the spell of aiding disease, which triple liberate and spell the holy to those enjoying space. Supreme embodied being victory in the battle with Mars forces, therefore feet are below his hand with the naked so isolating from self-interest, the forebird, the Brahma. You move the swans again like a proud elephant, you look a bit of the accumulation of after the doctrine. When I face from the ocean and milk and ocean of water, whatever men open earth is the dawn of sparkly beings, that will look at his hard among. He clearly recites the supreme praise element in the superman they need will be fulfilled. This life and all future lives. Om Rai Prashe to the protector of the world, you the guru of the world, praise for the three realms. One is praise for the chief of holy gods, Mars and Brahma, praising you, supreme king of sages, of all wishes of beings. I prostrate to the supreme protector of the three realms. All the noble holy body containing the bodies, the infinite ones, God and blessed, the crown host of one God and blessed, with infinite light. Your supreme generous writing dispels the hunger and thirst of the hungry ghost, you left in its birth, you adorn your growth with the golden lotus. The one of flashing your yellow velvet and fragrant top hair, faces beautiful like the full moon. Your lotus like eyes are squinting and encompassing your fragrant bodies pure like snow or a conch. Your full your at you were done you were close to the flawless good pearls, your arms are due to you were down with beautiful light as you've been done. Your arms are magic upon the lotus, you are useful. Have they color of autumn clouds, your two shoulders are doing of any jewels, your palms are smooth as with the best of leaves. Your left breast is covered by antelope skin, you are alluring your expressive ornaments. You dwell in a supreme stainless lotus, with your abdomen is as smooth as a lotus petal. With your blind golden band of divine jewels, your words skirted exquisite cloth on hips. You have the able one's supreme wisdom, gone beyond the great ocean. You collected a multitude of merit to acquire the supreme state, the source of constant bliss and dispel of aging disease, the chip liberator and dispel the holy to those enjoying space. The body being victor in battle with Mars forces, you feed her alone, the son of the necklace, wisely brings some self-interest before the Burma. With the swans, get a good proud elephant, you flick a bit of the accumulation, look after doctrine. Water fresh from the ocean, milk an ocean of water. What if a man omen rise at the dawn, respectfully brings up a look at his heart of mine. Clearly recites the supreme praise, all the money that Superman they need will be fulfilled. This life and all future lives. Omar prostrate to the protector of the world, you the guru of the world, praise for the three realms. The one who is praised for the chief of holy gods, the Mars and Brahma, praising you, supreme king of stages, fulfill the wishes of beings, the prostrate too. The supreme protector of the three realms, hold up a noble holy body, created the bodies, infinite ones, God bless, the crown hold to one God bless. Within infinite light, you supremely generous right hand dispels the hunger and thirst of the hungry ghost. Your left hand is perfectly adorned of the golden lotus. On a flashing head of the garland, a fragrant top hair, faces beautiful like the full moon. Your foot lotus like eyes are exquisite and encompassing. Your fragrant body is pure white like snow or a conch. You wear clusters of flawless glittering pearls. You adorn with beautiful light rays like red at dawn. Your arms are arranged like a pot of lotuses, youthful and have the color of autumn clouds. Two shoulders adorned with any jewel, your palms are smooth as the best of these. Your left breast like a puppet antelope skin, you wear alluring earrings, bracelets, ornaments. You got us to him, stainless lotus, the abdomen is as smooth as lotus petal, it's one of the better than jewels. Your swear skirt is with the cross on the hips, see the able one supreme wisdom, gone beyond the good ocean, collected the multitude of merit. To acquire the supreme state, the source of concept bliss and dispel of aging and disease. You are the chip to liberate and dispel to those enjoying space. Supreme embodied being victor in battle with Mars forces, you Peter alluring the sun with the link, with your sleeping self-interest, the floorboards, the Burma. People of the swans getting a proud elephant, you feel like a bit of the accumulation of the doctor one increase in the ocean, milk, the ocean of water. Whatever man omen as a dawn, strictly brings ever look at his heart of mine, appealing to the recites of supreme praise. All the men in Superman they need to be fulfilled this and that and all future lives. O my prostrate to the protector of the world, you the good of the world, praise for the two realms, the one who is praised for the chief of holy gods. The Mars and Brahma praising you, supreme king of sages, fulfill the wishes of beings, I prostrate to the supreme protector of the two realms. Hold of a noble holy body, created the bodies, the infinite ones, God of bliss, the crown hold to one God of bliss, with infinite light. With the generous right hand, it spells a hunger thirst and hungry ghost, your left hand is perfect, hit one of the golden lotus. The one with flashing head of the garland of fragrant top hair, faces beautiful like the full moon. The lotus like eyes has with the encompassing earth, the naked body is pure like snow or a conch. You wear clusters of flawless glittering pearls, you adorn a beautiful light race, the red of dawn, your arms are arranged like a pot of lotuses. Your youthful hunter color of autumn clouds, your two shoulders are adorned with many jewels. Palms are smooth as young at the best of leaves. Your left breast is covered by antelope skin, your lowering eyes, breast ornaments. You dwell in a supreme stainless lotus, if it's your abdomen, it's as smooth as a lotus petal. Yes, the palm for the bottom to the jewels, your palms are, you have the skirt, where the skirt is the cloth on the hips. You be able in supreme wisdom gone beyond the Gedish and collected the multitude of merit to acquire the supreme state, source of concept bliss and dispel of aging disease, the chip liberated and dispel the whole deed to those enjoying space. Supreme embodied being victor in battle with Mars forces, you Peter alluring the sound of the anklets. You isolating from self-interest the floorboards of Burma. You move the swans again like a parrot elephant, you like a piece of the accumulation of the doctor one after the ocean, milk, the ocean of water. Whatever man rises, the dawn directly brings up a look as far to mine, appealing to the ears, that's the supreme praise. All the men and supermen they need to be fulfilled in tonight in all future lives. O my precious to the protector of the world, you the guru of the world, praise for the three realms, the one who is praised with you for holy gods, Mars and Brahma. Praising you, Supreme King of Sages, who fulfills the wishes of being, that prostrate to the Supreme Director of the three realms. Hold the venerable holy body, taking the bodies of the ones gone to bless, you crown holds the one God of bliss with infinite light. You from the generous right hand dispels the hunger and thirst of the hungry ghost, left hand is perfectly hid over the golden lotus. When the flashing video look out breaking top hairy fake bodies feel like faces beautiful like the full moon, lotus like eyes are squinting encompassing, your fragrant body is pure like snow or a conch. You wear clusters of flawless glittering pearls, you adorn with beautiful light as the red of dawn, your arms arranged like a pot of lotuses, beautiful, have the color of autumn flowers, your two shoulders adorned with many jewels, your palms are smooth as the best of leaves. Your left breast is covered by an skin, you are lowering earrings, births ornaments, you will have a supreme thinness lotus. The surface of your abdomen is as smooth as lotus petal, you have sperm globe and jewels. The lotus scored was the cloth on the hips of the royal and supreme wisdom gone beyond the good ocean, flattered without a multitude of merit. To acquire the supreme state, the source of constant bliss, the spell of raging disease, the triple liberator, and the spell of hoodie to those enjoying space. Supreme embodied being victor in battle with Mars forces, who Peter alone with sound of the necklace. The isolate being some self-interest, the forebode, the Brahma, me with the swans, got like a proud elephant. Full like a bit of the accumulation, the cut of the doctor, when I place me using the milk and ocean of water. When I made a woman, the rest is dawn, the quickly brings the blood, the shroud of mine. Clear and clear, which has the supreme praise, eliminates the mundane needs, we fulfilled, this like all future lives. I prostrate to the protector of the world, you the guru of the world, the praise of the three realms. One who is praised, the chief of holy gods, Mars and Brahma, praising you, supreme stages, fulfills the wishes of being, the prostrate to the supreme protector of the three realms. Hold the venerable holy body, extended the body of the infinite one, God of bliss, the crown holds the one God of bliss, the infinite light. This is holy generous right and dispels the hunger and thirst, the hungry ghost, lifting his perfect Peter in the golden lotus. One of the flagging fasting, yet ill God and flagging top hair, face a bit of a full moon, for the light of the cigars was with the compass in your two shoulders. Um, I figure bodies feel like snow or a conch, you're doing it. You were clustered with flawless glittering pearls, you adorn a beautiful light as the red of dawn, your arms are hands, you can pot of lotuses. You still have the color of autumn clouds, your two swords are adorned with many jewels, your palms are smooth as the best of leaves. Your left breast have an antelope skin, you are alluring earrings, but with an ornament. Go on the supreme stainless lotus, it is your abdomen, is as smooth as lotus petal, you have slime gold about the jewels. You wear a skirt as the clear cloth on the hips, you have one supreme wisdom, gone beyond the great ocean. Collected a multitude of merit to acquire the supreme state, the source of constant bliss, the spell of raging disease. Triple liberator and dispel the holy nature those enjoying space of human body being victor in the battle of Mars forces, feeder alone inside will make with reference to self-interest, the foreboots of war. Move this one's gonna get proud elephant, he'd look into the accumulation of the doctrine when information of the ocean of milk and ocean of water. Whatever minimum earth is dawn, as Berkeley brings up a look at his heart and mind and feel like the lyrics of supreme praise eliminated to abundant need, we fulfill the tonight with all future lives. O I prostrate to the protect of the world, you the guru of the world, praise for the few realms, what is praise for the chief of worldly gods, Mars and Brahma. Praising you, supreme king and sages, fulfills the wishes of beings that prostrate to the supreme protector of the three realms. Hold of an noble high body, clean the body, and one God bless, you can't have the one God bless, if it is light. You should my generous right hand dispels the hunger, thirst, the hungry ghost. Your left hand is perfectly the one of the golden lotus. Your left ear should so ah. Your one with the flashing yellow, the garland of plague and top pair of faces people like the full moon, yet the lotus like eyes are with and encompassing your fragrant bodies pure like snow or conch. You wear clusters of flawless glittering pearls, you adorn the beautiful lightness of the red of dawn, your arms are arranged like a pot of lotuses. You still have the color of autumn clouds, your two shoulders are adorned with many jewels, your palms are smooth as the best of leaves. You have breasts covered by antelope skin, you wear lowering your bracelets and ornaments, you dwell on the supreme stainless lotus. Surface of your abdomen is the smoothest lotus petal, you have the sublime glow about the red jewels. You wear a skirt as a with the cloth hips, you the air one supreme wisdom, God the other good ocean. Collected the multitude of merit to grant the supreme state, the source of constant bliss, and spell of aging disease, that you can liberate and spell only to those enjoying space. Supreme embodied being, victor in battle with Mars forces, your feet are learning the sound of the anklets, isolating from self-interest. Four birds of harmony, near the swans again like a proud elephant, you feel like a good of the accumulation of after the doctrine. One I place from the ocean, middle to the ocean of water. Whatever man or woman earth is the dawn, the spirit brings ever look at his heart of mine. And purely and clearly recites the supreme praise, all limited and super mundane needs will be fulfilled in his life and all future lives. O my prostrate to the protector of the world, you are the guru of the world, praise for the three realms. One who is praised by chief of the gods, the Mars Brahma. Praising you, supreme king of sages, fulfills the wishes of beings. I prostrate to the supreme protector of the three realms. Whatever man, as hold up a noble holy body, cleaning the body that it once gone go on bless you, crown the one God blessed in infinite light. Your supreme generous right hand dispels the hunger and thirst and hungry ghost. Your left hand is perfectly adorned with the golden lotus. You one with a flashing radial oil and a fragrant top pair, faces beautiful like the full moon. The lotus like eyes are with encompassing your face, your second body is pure like sour conch. You wear clusters of flawless glittering pearls, your arms are first, yeah. Adorned with beautiful light rays at the red of dawn, your arms are arranged like a pot of lotuses, youthful, and the color of autumn clouds. Your two shoulders are adorned with many jewels, your palms are smooth as young and the best of please. Your left breast is covered by an antelope skin, you wear alluring earrings, pressed with ornaments. You dwell in the supreme stillness, lotus, the city out of existence, this lotus petal. It's done with a bed and the jewels, your palms are, you wear a skirt of its cloth from the hips, you have the able and supreme wisdom, God, near the good ocean. Quick to the multitude of marriage, O God, the supreme state, the source of contemplation, the spell of aging disease, the triple liberator. Dispel holy to those enjoying space, if even but being victor in battle with Mars forces, you Peter alluring the son of Galadequus, who has not being from self-interest. Through birds of Herma, he moved with his wand, again like a proud elephant. Before competed the accumulation of after doctor, one that fish from the ocean, the milk and ocean of water. Whenever men or woman is adorned, his book brings up and look at his far to mind. Purely and clearly recites your supreme praise, all of it in his mundane needs will be fulfilled in his life philosophy alone. Orion, compassionate one, who is the treasure of compassion. Request you, please listen to me. Please guide myself, mothers and fathers, in all six realms, to be freed quickly from the great ocean of samsara. I request that the vast and profound fearless awakening mind make room with the dew of your great compassion. Please cleanse all karmas and illusions. Lead with your hand of compassion. Me and my great to feel the bliss. These Amitabha engine raising in all my life the virtuous friends. Show well beyond his head the pure path, and quickly place us in Buddha's state. The bathhouse has an extremely sweet fragrance, a crystal floor and beautiful sparkling jeweled pillars. The roof is covered by a canopy decorated with shining pearls. Just as the gods offered a bath at the time of the Buddha's birth, so do I offer a bath with pure water of the gods. By offering an ablution of the protector Avalokiteshvara, the lamp of my goodness, which may drink nectar, may all the stains that do obscurations of my goodness be cleansed. May the good fortune to acquire the stainless three bodies. The offering and ablution to the Buddha's Nidam, lamp of my goodness, which may drink nectar. The stains that do obscurations of my goodness be cleansed. May the good fortune to acquire the stainless three bodies. For offering an ablution of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, lamp of my goodness, that she may drink nectar. May all the saints that do obscurations of my goodness be cleansed, and may the good fortune to acquire the stainless three bodies. The offering and ablution of the hearers in solitary realizes the lamp of my goodness, that she may drink nectar. May all saints that do obscurations of my goodness be cleansed, may there be the good fortune to acquire the stainless three bodies. The offering and ablution of the darkness and Dakinis, the lamp of my goodness, that she may drink nectar. Now the saints that do obscuration of the mind be cleansed, and may the good fortune to acquire the stainless three bodies. Offering and ablution of the Dharma protectors, the lamp of my goodness, that you perfect nectar. The saints that do obscurations of my goodness be cleansed, and may the good fortune to acquire the stainless three bodies. Two Tathagatas and their sons, with many jeweled vases exquisitely filled with pleasing perfume, accompanied by a variety of excellent songs and music after this bath. I dry your holy bodies with incomparable clean, with a frequently scented cloth. Now that it purify my mind and offer an exquisite precious garment, boldly colored like injured variegated bone, which from touch becomes the cause of bliss, and to the holy garment of patience. Because the victorious ones are adorned with the natural ornaments of the marks and signs, not needing any other kind of ornament. By offering these supreme spiritual ornaments, may all sentient mighty beings, through the holy body, adorn the marks and signs. Offering this precious vase beautified by jewels and filled with essences. All the saints of karma be purified, may be endued from moisture of bodhicitta. Kalasha. Out of your loving compassion for myself and migrating beings, O Bhagavans, please remain to the first of your miraculous manifestation, long as we can attend and make offerings. Due to these virtuous actions of mine, I could become a Buddha in this world. Give Dhamma teachings that benefit migrators and may free simply beings who are tormented by many sufferings. And all my rebirths may belong to a good family, be clear in mind and free of pride, great compassion, respect for my gurus, and abide in the presence of Avalokiteshvara. Avalokiteshvara, whatever your body, your retinue, lifespan, health, and so forth, whatever your supreme excellent name, and others become only like that. The force of the prayers and the request made to you, may all diseases, evil spirits, poverty, and quarrels become. May the Dharma and good fortune increase in the regions and others as well. The precious mind of Bhajim Bodhicitta that arts and rise and go, as in another but its increase more and more. Om Padma Sattva Samaya Malabalaya Pitta 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 Oh, greatly compassionate Bhagavans, please pay attention to me. Since we are beginners and under the influence of Java's innocent excitement, our concentration has not been clear, much has been incorrect. In addition to the mysteries and the rituals, it's scarcely clean and so on. I request you, great our compassionate ones, to forgive us, to not allow us to obscure us. Om Mani Padme Hum Om Mani Padme Om Mani Padme Hum Om Mani Padme Om Mani Padme Hum Om Mani Padme Om Mani Padme Om Mani Padme Om Mani Padme Hum Om Mani Padme 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 Mani Padme Om Mani Padme. Principle, the great compassionate one in his right hand, you come to the space in front. White nectar flows from the parts of their holy bodies, washing all the outside, inside, and middle of one's body, from all the diseases, evil spirits, negativity, obscurations, one's three doors, and imprints without anything remaining. And meditate on the divine pride of oneself, this is my being the great compassionate one. Due to these merits, may I become the great compassionate one and place all my good beings with exception in that very state. May all beings everywhere, plagued by sufferings of body and mind, obtain the notion of happiness enjoyed by virtue of my merits. May no living creature suffer, commit evil, ever fall ill. May no one be afraid of belittled, with mind down to depression. Blind see form, the deaf hear sounds, those bodies worn with toil be restored and find in repose. Naked find clothing, and hungry find food, and the thirsty find water, delicious drink. Poor find wealth, the good power find joy. Lord find hope, God and happiness and prosperity. Be timely rains a bountiful harvest, may all medicines be effective and also bear fruit. And although sick and ill to be freed from the ailments, whatever diseases there are in the world, may they never occur again. Frightened cease to be afraid, and those bound be freed. Let us find power because benefiting each other. As long as space remains, as long as that has there been. Until then, the night who remained, it spelled the misery to transmigratory beings. Through all the past, present, and future merits collected by me, the numberless Buddhas, numberless any beings, completely empty existing from their own side, may I am completely empty existing from my own side. In the state of full enlightenment, which completely empty existing from its own side, and all sentient beings who are completely empty existing from their own side, that state was completely existing from its own side, myself alone, completely empty existing from my own side. Well, to take in all these virtues, to be able to train, just like the hero Manjushri, who knows reality as it is, so like Commander Butter as well. Well, to get all the roots of virtue, without getting his praise the best, all the victorious ones of the three times, and to have good conduct. Juden am Dübende Malman Gamig Jumwin Zonde Yinon Adrin Zumen Benzen Gazulam Suwanitzu Tujeludrujum Nuzudanjindamgan Gilwin Zin Gyombilwe Bunzo Do Borden Duzum Gorwele Mundudro Adazudu De Undujabdam. Well, appearances, sounds, the one which is knowing, being the deity, the mantra, the Dharmakaya, manifested limitless activity into the Buddha embodied intent of the wisdom, and the mind become one taste, the drop of the holy mind, separable from the practice of the great profound secret yoga.